many towels did you have to use to wipe off your head tonight?
I didn't have to wipe my head as much today. It's become habit for me, just to kind of do it. But I'm a sweater, so I get in there and get the hug, and start raising my voice, and I got this shirt on tight around my neck, and I just kind of feel like it's choking me, suffocating me. I need the towel for that.
Did you ever think going no tie, just straight shirt?
Sometimes. I like to dress. I like to play dress up. You know? I don't get a chance to wear a tie every day, so I like to play dress up.
Aaron, through most of the second half and the overtimes, it was pretty much a one-possession game. How much toughness and focus did it take to come through in that situation?
A lot. I mean, that's when you turn into a winning team, you're able to win those nip and tuck games because it comes down to getting the stop, getting the score, getting the stop, getting the score, and just staying focused. We had some opportunities to open the game up, to extend our lead, but we get sloppy at segments of the game, and it costs us. And when we get sloppy, it gives the other team loud ball turnovers where they run down and they score. So situations like that keep games close.
The last few games, Monty has scored in the 20s, I think, 2 times. I mean, do you expect an increased role from him going forward?
And he played 40 minutes tonight. And I want to play him, get him on the floor, have him on the floor as much as I can. I mean, he provides offense for us. It's something we struggle at. On the offensive end, shot making, scoring ability is something that he provides for us. So I certainly would love to be able to have him on the court as long as I can.
Why do you think it's been so difficult for him to kind of put these great performances together consistently? What do you think is going to be the key for him to do next?
It's a new environment for him. You would like for it to happen right away, but he's getting adjusted playing with these guys he didn't get the opportunity to play with last year. So, they're looking for him, and that's the good thing about this is they're looking for him, and he's aggressive to score the ball, and we just, I want to continue to try to put him in position to do so.
Did you want him to have the ball in his hands? He can get the last shot in regulation, and he had a tying shot every time, as opposed to Quinn Rose was having a tough day offensively.
Yeah, well, those guys, when we were in the huddles, and every time we come to the huddle, all the guys are saying, hey, let's run this and get this, play for mine. So it could have been mine, it could have been Q. Mine had the ball at that time, so I was comfortable with him going to try to make a play for us.
Was the instruction there, I mean, obviously you can't control what the players do, but was the instruction there for a 3 or a 2, or was it just...
Which play are you talking
The
about?
game tying...
the 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a play that we practice. And we typically, because we were down 3, we want to try to get a 3 out of that, or you can just try to drive it and get a quick 2, and then you have to foul. So you're fighting against the clock, and it was a difficult shot. Sometimes you need luck with those shots, and the shot went in for us, just like the shot went in for those guys with Whaley. And again, that's one of those things in those situations where you have to keep your focus and stay locked in, and I thought we did a good job of that.
Coach, end of regulation, about 5 seconds left. You had the ball, didn't call a timeout. Similar situation happening against Miami and Brooklyn. Can you talk about that decision to let the clock run on the guys play?
I like it because I don't like, and college is a little bit different than pro. I like the guys that make those quick decisions and force the defense and rotation, because if you call timeout, for me, at least for me, in situations like that, you give guys a chance to game plan. And they were denying Q a lot. They were trying to deny mine a lot with the ball. So I didn't want the ball to get stuck in someone else's hands. And so he had the ball, clock running out, and I trust that he's going to go and make the right play.
Quinn's been so good for you offensively, and I know when his shots aren't falling, to have 2 guys pick up the slack offensively, that really hasn't been happening a lot for you this year. I mean, how big was that tonight?
It was huge. We had to ride that out, and that's why I was comfortable with having the ball at the end of regulation, because he had a good flow going on the offensive side. If nothing else, I was expecting him to just, in situations, I tell the guys like that, just attack the basket, force the referee to have to make a call. That didn't happen, but he was there to pick Q up. Q didn't have a great job from the field, but he got to the free throw line 9 times. We got to the free throw line 35 times. And if we can do that, that helps take some of focus away from shot making, where we can get in there, get some layups, get some fouls, and get to the free throw line. So those type things help.
The way, these two teams play, was it just bound, just pressure the ball? Was it bound to be ragged as it was at times?
I didn't like how it was going at times, and you can tell by my voice, it's just kind of hard when we get situations in our guys because they're open court players. Q, Nate, they get the ball and they get going, and for me, sometimes I want them to pull it out and run offense. Let's make these guys have to guard us, moving side to side, and just take something away from them. And then we just made some careless plays down the stretch. Sometimes we make them, sometimes we don't, but we just have to keep working at it and get better at just converting in the open court.
In terms of game plan, right? Akok is out, and then Carlton 2 fouls. I'm sure a lot of the game plan was get to the basket, right? Attack and draw fouls or whatever.
In spite of who's in the game, we still want to attack the basket. Comfortable with the guys getting in there, getting paint touches. If nothing else, we get those shot blockers off their feet. We can kick it out to guys who can, hopefully, knock down a shot.
Vital had 14 at the half, and then you pretty much shut him down for the next 30 minutes. Was there anything?
Yeah, he got free early off of some transition plays that he knocked down a 3. One time we fell asleep, he knocked down a 3 in the first half, and that was the game plan. If we can keep him quiet, he's going to run on that baseline off some screens all night long. I thought Alani Moore did a really good job of just chasing him, being disruptive. He's a shot maker. I mean, he's a seasoned vet. He's been around. He's taken big shots for him. He's made big shots for him. So it's nothing new.
When you think of Isaiah Willie's play, he seemed to be really killing you guys on the post today. So what do you think about his play today?
He played well. He had 18 points, 14 rebounds. He's an energy guy, and that's what he brings to the table. He's growing and developing, and his role is expanding. With those guys being banged up, his role is expanding, and he's coming through for him. He's being productive for him. He's a good player.
A little better shooting night from 3 as opposed to Villanova. I mean, how important is it just to tell the players, keep shooting after a game like that where they only made 2 of 16, tell them just keep it going.
I'm never going to tell them to turn down shots. You don't want to take guys' confidence away, but really that's the biggest part of the game of basketball. It's making shots, whether it's layups, free throws, threes. Gotta score the ball in order to win. You can play all the defense you want, you can scheme, you can game plan, but if you're not making shots, it's going to be hard. So when we're making shots, I feel we can play with anybody in the country.
Yes.
Could we see JP on the low post, low block more? That haven't seen. I mean, he's kind of been in with 5 as the 5, but not really playing low. It seemed like
offensively.
Yeah, offensively, he was getting the ball down there more than I, have seen this year.
We could. I mean, it just depends on what type of lineup that we have. That we have in there. He's not a back to the basket kind of guy. He can, on occasion, throw that. We can throw it down to him. He got a smaller guy, so I want to put the guys in positions to be effective as much as I can. So if that means putting JP down there, absolutely.